Welcome guys to another episode of Retro Funhouse. In this episode we're going to be taking a look at 5 NES games that I played quite a bit and very often growing up as a kid in the 80s, and a surprise trade that I picked up, something I've been looking for that I thought I would never get. Let's take a look. Let's go. Hey guys, so this episode we're going to be taking a look at the awesome item that I picked up in a trade with one of the gaming stores here. Shout out to Retro Madness. They gave me a great deal and a great trade on an item I've been looking for, and wouldn't you know it, it's mint. It is so nice, so sweet. Makes me reminisce of growing up as a kid, and of all the things I've got in my collection, this is the one thing that I will not trade, I will not sell away. We'll show that towards the end. This is not a very long video. I just wanted to go over some of the fun things that I remember, and the title says it itself. 5 NES games growing up. Then we'll get to the exciting pickup that is so sweet, so nice. It's just a matter of where I'm going to put it. And this is not in any particular favorite order, it's just 5 random NES titles. The first one, of course, if you know I'm going to say this, if you had the Nintendo console, you knew this came with it. The Mario Brothers Duck Hunt.
Like Super Mario Brothers, Duck Hunt, and more.
This is a very clean, crisp, minty one. Even has the super clean, sweet. I mean, this thing is very nice. Mario Brothers Duck Hunt. This is one that when I first got an NES console, I played this a lot because who didn't, right? It came with the game, and this was the first game you got to play that you owned. The Mario Brothers took me a while to beat growing up. Duck Hunt was always one of my favorite games because that darn dog got on my nerves growing up. And to this day, that dog still gets on my nerves. So, Mario Bros. Duck Hunt. Next game, guys, is, of course, if you grew up in the Ninja Turtle phase. Ninja Turtles. This was the first game that came out for the Ninja Turtles. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I still have it in plastic that I had bought in from one of the gaming stores, but the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, if you remember playing this, this is a hard game to beat. I still have never beaten this game. The water stage, always, I can pass it, but there's times I forget which way to go, and then I get stuck after one. I'm like, where am I going? You know, you're driving the turtle van to the streets, and you have no idea where you're going. But this was one that if you notice, and if you've seen the cover, I'm sorry, I should take this out of the plastic, but I like it in this plastic. It's nice. But all the turtles have the same color mask, which was really weird. And I know, I looked into a little more. The original poster, actually, there's more to the artwork of this cover art for the Ninja Turtle game. But if you've ever played this, this is one of the most frustrating games to play when it comes to anything Ninja Turtles. And yeah, if you've beaten this, let me know in the comments, because to this day, I haven't taken the time to try to beat this game. But Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, still one of my favorite go-tos. I played this game a lot with a cousin growing up when we were very young, and this game had first came out, and it is Bubble Bobble. If you've ever played Bubble Bobble, and I know Bubble Bobble 2 is very highly sought after, it's very rare, but also very expensive. It's a very fun game. This is a game that I keep telling my wife, I'm going to put this on, you could try it and play. It's a lot of fun. It's a super great game. I just like the simplicity of this game. So Bubble Bobble is another one of my go-to games. I played this many times, so many levels, but a great game. This is another 2-player co-op game. This game, to this day, I played it with my 15-year-old son, Yankee, and even he enjoys it, but he admits it is a challenge. Contra, original Contra, not the other Contras, but this is the first Contra. And one thing I didn't notice till now, and I actually remember seeing some memes for it and stuff, but when this came out back in the 80s, that could have basically have been, or I'm pretty sure they were aiming for it to be, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone's Rambo, and Alien from the Aliens movies. You ever think of that? That would have been a great movie, though. Who would have watched that? But Contra, still a fun game to this day. My wife loves this game as well. This is a game she played a lot growing up, too. And this is just a classic. I love this game. It's a lot of fun game. I played that many times. Never could get very far, though. Now, moving on to a game that I played continuously. And there's a game I forgot to mention that I was going to put in this video, but I'll give it a special shout out because it has a special place in my gaming heart. But this is one, man, you talk about some great games. Ninja Gaiden, whatever you want to call it. Love the artwork. This is one of my favorite games to play. I still play this game to this day. I can breeze through a lot of the stages, but then I get to, just like when I was a kid, there's certain stages I have a hard time. But this is still a fun game, holds up well, and man, I really enjoy the Ninja Gaiden. Even the newer versions of Ninja Gaiden, still a lot of fun. So, but a quick mention on another game that I should have put in the video as my top 5, but I completely forgot as I was trying to remember what were some of my favorite games that I can narrow down to 5 that I played a lot. And one that I remember, a big shout out, Jackal for the NES. It was a great 2-player game. You were in those Jeeps, and I actually beat that game multiple times, took many tries, but I remember me and a friend actually ditched school, and we were like 4th grade, and we took the entire morning and afternoon, finally beat it. We were very proud of ourselves. Then we realized we're in trouble. Okay, so the big reveal. What did I trade for? I traded a I traded my Super NES in box. It wasn't in the best shape, but still, it was my Super NES that I had put to the side. And I also traded some credit that I'd been saving. But this is the one item in box. It's a console that I wanted to make sure I get. And if you're watching the video, you probably have an idea as you're going through this. But this is the one I picked up. And this is going to go on my shelf right there. The NES action set. Man, this is one, growing up, has a special place in my heart and my memory.
Now you're playing with power.
Because this is one, growing up, single parent mother, and I didn't really complain too much or try not to complain too much, but my mom just knew that the NES action set was something I would really enjoy. And for kids in the 80s, Nintendo was hot. It brought people back to playing consoles after all the Atari and then television and all that stuff, you know, chaos of the gaming console world. But anyways, the Nintendo action set, that was one that I had gotten from my mom. She surprised me with it. It was at Kmart on Layaway. I went with her and I was like, what are we getting? And she was like, oh, nothing. Pays off for Layaway, pulls it out, NES action set. And that was one to this day that kept me very humble. Helped me just to be thankful for, you know, my mom, and sacrificing just to give me a little, you know, something to have a little fun with. And the NES action set, the box is super clean, super crisp. I mean, even when I bought it and traded for it with my credit, and then the Super NES, you know, complete in box, which was nowhere near the condition of that. The guy was like, man, this is a great pickup. Super minty. I mean, the thing is in great shape. The console and everything is still in the plastic, original plastic. I don't think the guy ever played it, whoever traded it. So it's a great thing. Holds a special place for me as a memory growing up. And it was just that one item that I was like, you know, I'd like to have that just to hold on to those memories with my mom and the sacrifice she made to spend money so that I can have a little fun growing up. And I'm very thankful for that. Very thankful. NES is my go-to. If you know me, the Nintendo, out of all the consoles I have and that me and my kids play, the NES is my go-to. I still enjoy sitting down playing with it. And I think if I was to get rid of everything in my collection, the NES and the games would be the only thing I'd hold on to, honestly. Let me know in the comments, what's your go-to? What's the one thing you have in your collection or that you play, that you just have on your shelf, that you're like, that's my item. That's my thing right there. Let me know, guys. Thanks for taking a minute to watch. I appreciate you. Like, share, subscribe. Help us grow. We have a lot of fun. We are a family-friendly YouTube channel, and we thank you for watching. Join the Funhouse, Retro Funhouse. Till next time.